was a wonderful performance like we just saw gone by, a rendition of Beethoven's piece.
For Elise, yes.
Fair Elise.
Yes.
What does that mean?
It means for Elise. The piece was dedicated to a lady called Elise. And actually that piece I played as an encore. You could perhaps see that on the floor there was a beautiful bouquet lying. So I was given that beautiful bouquet, and I felt like playing an extra piece to say thank you to the audience. So that was not part of the real program. It wasn't written, but I just felt like playing it, so I did.
Wonderful performance. And that was in 2010?
That's right, in October 2010. Actually, if I remember right, it was on the 2nd of October. And it was a great evening. It was quite successful. In fact, we did it at the College of Surgeons and Physicians. They had a beautiful auditorium, and Infanta Malaria hosted this huge event, and it proved to be so successful that we have decided to do it again. You have decided to do it again?
Yes. When are you doing this again?
Well, it's coming up exactly in 2 weeks' time, on the 11th of February. The venue will be different. It will be at the Ambassador's Hotel, Movenpick Ambassador Hotel. Yes.
Okay, Movenpick Ambassador Hotel. So Saturday, the 11th of February 2012.
That's right.
It's a Saturday. It's in 2 weeks' time.
Yes.
And you are inviting all of us to come there. And
yes, please.
I'm told the tickets are going for 120 Ghana cedis.
That's right. And it's going for a very, very important cause. Melissa will later speak about it, but I'm giving 100% donation to Infanta Malaria Prevention Foundation in order that they can build a CHIPS compound. It's like a clinic where a nurse will be posted round the clock, and she'll be in charge of the whole area, and preventing malaria first of all, but all kinds of other diseases too. And so we are hoping to build.
All the proceeds will be donated
to
the Infanta Malaria Prevention Foundation.
Yes,
that is great. Why do you do such a thing? What makes you want to do that?
I would say it's God's calling. I can't put it in other ways, because I just feel that I want to be useful to the society, and especially, of course, my husband is a diplomat, and we are here as a representative of Japan, and he's doing his own work, but I am his spouse, and I have my own skills to share with the people, and we are only here in Ghana for a limited time, which is about 3 years. And I'm afraid that our posting is almost coming to the end.
This year?
Well, we've been here for 2.5 years now, so another 6 months or so left. And I believe very strongly in what Infanta is doing, and therefore I would like to use my musical talent in creating something special.
For that we say thank you. But let's get to know you. So you play the piano?
Yes, I do.
When did you start?
Well, I don't remember, because I was very, very small. My mom says that I was 4 when I started having lessons. And she was very, very, very determined. She's one of those mothers who was waiting to have a daughter. Yes, because she herself is a very artistic person. And I think she was having ballet lessons when she was a young lady. And in Japan at that time, in her generation, it wasn't possible to have a career as an artist, as a ballet dancer. So she gave it up, and she married my father. And she was very happy to do that. But on the other hand, she had decided that when she had a daughter, she would persuade her daughter to become an artist, to have her own skill in her hands, so that in case, she can still be independent and have her career and so on.
Okay, all right. So did you have any brothers and sisters before you?
Well, yes, I had a brother, but
you were the first daughter?
Yes, absolutely, yes.
But there was a boy before you?
No, actually after me.
Oh, after you?
Yes, but he unfortunately passed away.
He passed away.
As a young man, 25 years old. So, you know, I'm the sole child. And I have produced two beautiful sons, so.
Wow. Wow. I'm sure at some point we'll get an opportunity to talk about them. But I realized you were born in Osaka.
That's right, yes.
In Japan.
Yes.
Okay, I don't know when that was, but...
don't ask me.
I won't ask you. I have learned not to ask a lady her age.
You're a gentleman there. Very good.
But Osaka, Japan. And how many years did you live there? Because I know you moved out at some point.
That's right, yes. I went to my primary school and the secondary school only the first 1.5 years. I was 14 actually when my father told us, the whole family, that we have to leave because he got posting abroad. Okay. My father was a big businessman working for a very important textile company, Japanese textile company, and so he got an offer to move to Europe. And the whole family went with him. Okay,
so that was London?
That was London, yes.
That was London.
So I was 14, and I would say that that was very, very lucky for me, because, of course, I was obviously practicing the piano every day. My mother made me to practice. She made sure that I would practice every day. And my school work was also a lot. I was going to a very strict school. And I had a lot of homework to do every day. So I had to divide my time between piano practice and my homework.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
So did your mother choose the piano for you? Or in developing your artistic skills, you settled on the piano? Which
Actually, no. My mother chose the piano. Actually, she believed that as a musical instrument, piano is a perfect, it's the most perfect instrument. And I do see the reason why, because piano can have melodies, and then it can be accompanied by the left hand. It can do all sorts of things. It has so much possibilities. Whereas when you are playing a flute or violin or any other instrument, it's a melodical instrument. So you need somebody accompanying you. Yeah. Okay. So piano is just a perfect instrument on its own.
So if I understand, like you say in the flute, you play it, you need another instrument to back you, accompany you to make it whole.
Exactly.
But in the piano of itself has its own accompaniment.
Exactly.
It has its black keys up there, it has its white keys down here.
and the range is so wide,
it's so
you
wide.
know, from the top notes to the bottom notes.
Absolutely.
And the volume can be from, minute, pianissimo to grand, fortissimo. So musicians say that the piano is the closest you can get to having a whole orchestra.
Wow.
That's what we say.
I see. So she helped you make a good decision, do you think?
I think she was a good mother, yes. But at that time, I didn't realize that, and I was always challenging her. Because, I think everybody goes through these periods.
Right.
And especially rebellious teenager periods. You don't want to listen to your parents, and you don't want to do things that they want you to do.
All right.
So there were many moments that I was almost giving up.
Okay. Did you study it formally? Did you take it forward, the study of the piano? Because of course your mother had gotten you to practice quite a bit and a lot and all, but did you take it a step further?
Yes, I did. Well, actually, I was not only having piano lessons, but I was also having ear training.
Okay.
Yes, and going to special school. So I have perfect pitch.
Okay.
That means that when I hear a car horn or ambulance going by, I can tell which tone it is, whether it is a C or whether it is an A or
a B flat or something.
Yeah, exactly. And so, and then when I listen to a piece of music, I can notate it. I can dictate it, like a dictation,
Yes.
in English.
I see.
Same thing.
So you actually studied music deeply?
Yes, As a child already.
As a child?
Yeah, I think I started going to these special schools when I was 6 or so.
Oh.
So at the same time as going to school, normal
Okay,
school.
normal school,
So,
regular
on
school.
Saturdays, I think I was having these lessons. Yeah.
You went to is it a music and drama school in London? You obtained your licentiate diploma in 1980 as well and all of that.
That's right.
What was that? What kind of level of study was that?
Well, Guildhall School is the same as college or university.
Okay.
So, but I was admitted because of my talent 1 year earlier than everybody else. So I was actually 17 when I entered the music school in London. Yes.
What do you remember of it? What do you remember of music school at 17?
It was very exciting because my parents at that time lived in Spain.
Okay.
My father has a post in Barcelona.
Okay.
So the whole family, after 2 years in London, moved on to Barcelona.
Okay.
But after 1 year in Barcelona, I decided to come back to London on my own. And I had to persuade my parents to let me go. And you know, as a girl, 17 years, it's difficult for parents to let you go just like that.
Must be.
So, but I was really determined. I said to my parents, if I stayed in Spain, in Barcelona with them, my talent will not be blossoming.
All right.
And please let me return to London to pursue my career. At that time, I was really serious. And I realized that that was what I really wanted to do.
Okay. So how many years did you study that for?
In London, you
Yes.
mean? For 7 years.
7.
Yes, I was in London for 7 years. First 4 years, I studied at the Guildhall.
Okay.
And then I did a postgraduate at Royal College of Music.
Okay.
And then the next 2 years, I was freelancing, looking for job opportunities. I was teaching,
Okay.
and I was also making concerts.
Okay.
But in London at that time, it was quite hard to come into the Musicians' Union. Because unless you are a member of the Musicians' Union, you are not allowed to work.
Oh. Okay.
So it was very, very tough. And after 7 years in London, I decided to move on then to Copenhagen.
In Denmark.
In Denmark, yes.
But before then, in 1981, you are supposed to have graduated or completed a soloist course.
Right,
With
soloist course.
the highest distinction.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Yes. Well, thank you very much. Yes. Actually, I was determined to become a soloist. Because to be a soloist, you have to be on the top. There are so many other students studying music who want to become teachers, who want to teach, or who want to be playing in orchestra, and so on and so forth. There are other ways of making your career as a musician. But for me, I really wanted to be a soloist, to perform on my own, to be independent, and so.
So you mentioned Denmark. That was in 1982, if I'm right.
I think so, yes.
What took you there?
I had a very, very good Danish friend, and we had a duo together.
Oh.
He was a flutist. He was a male.
Right.
He studied at the same college where I was.
Right.
And he was playing the flute, and I was accompanying him on the piano. We had a duo together. We were making many concerts. And he knew that I was struggling to make a career in London.
Okay.
The job opportunities was limited. So he said, why don't you try to come over to my country? Because my